All right, UFC 307 is this Saturday, and I'm going to be predicting the main card of UFC 307. Main event of Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. Weird main event. Pereira is a beast. Khalil Rountree, I don't think has deserved this matchup at all. So it's one that it's hard to get hyped for a little bit, but it's still a Pereira fight. So I'm going to be hyped no matter what. But this card is okay. And I'm going to be starting with the feature prelim because Stephen Wonderboy should not be on the fucking prelims. And the fact that he is means I am going to also predict the feature prelim. But we'll start it off with Stephen Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. So all logic to me is pointing to Joaquin Buckley going in there, taking him down, and beating him up. But I think that Joaquin Buckley is going to have a little bit of an ego and think he can strike with him, or at least be in the ballpark mindset of I'm going to try to strike with him to see where I'm at. And I think that Buckley's been knocked out before. I think Steven is still good enough to knock people out. And I think that if Joaquin is as cocky as I think he will be, I think Steven will be able to catch him early and put him out. And I'm being a little bit coping, but it is definitely possible. And I could see Joaquin Buckley being egotistical and trying to strike with him. And I don't think he has what it takes to strike with Steven. But if he wants to go to the ground, that's where Buckley's probably going to fuck him up. But if I'm Steven, this whole time I've been working on only wrestling, so maybe he's improved. I'm going to go with Stephen Thompson catching him early in the first round. Some crazy shit. That's what I'm going to go with. Not likely, but it's my prediction. So I'm going to say it how it is. Say what I think is going to happen. And I think that's what's going to happen. Next. Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. Dolidze is not very good. I know he just beat Anthony Smith on short notice. Anthony Smith isn't very good either. He just curls up into a ball on the fence a lot of the time. Especially now. He used to be okay. Now he's not good. Dolidze to Anthony Smith, Dolidze was a very bad matchup for him. Kevin Holland is pretty good at range striking, technical striking, something Roman Dolidze has nothing of. Kevin Holland has a great chin, an immaculate chin. He's not going to get knocked out by Roman Dolidze. He might get subbed. That's the big thing if Roman Dolidze can take him down. But Roman Dolidze doesn't really take people down. If you take him down, you're in trouble. But he doesn't really go for the takedown. So I definitely think Kevin Holland will be able to catch him off guard and knock him out. Or at least go to a decision where he can pretty much single-handed, like one-sidedly beat him down. That's my thought process. I think Kevin Holland will be able to piece him off on the feet and not get taken down. And I don't think Roman Dolidze has shit for Kevin Holland at that point. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Kevin Holland. Next. Kayla Harrison versus Caitlin Vieira. I'm going with Kayla Harrison. She's a fucking roided up man. And she is going to fucking ragdoll Caitlin Vieira. Not much more to say about that. She is insane. She's going to become champ. Bantamweight is cooked now that she's here. She does make it very interesting though. She makes it more interesting, not very. She makes it more interesting just because of the spectacle of it all. But yeah, Kayla Harrison's going to fuck him off the floor with her. My official prediction. First round submission, second round submission, something around that. Probably first. Next. Ugh, gross. Okay. Jose Aldo versus Mario Batista. I hate this so fucking much. Why are we doing this matchup? It's absurd. So bad. They say they have veteran service and then they make this matchup. It's fucking so stupid. But I do think Jose Aldo, how he looked in his last fight, is good enough to beat Mario Batista. And I'm going to go with Jose Aldo. I think. I think he's going to be able to do this. I think he's durable enough in his old age that he can beat Mario Batista. Some of these lower ranked guys that are kind of coming into the scene, I think he's good enough to beat them. He's very seasoned. He's very durable. He has killer low kicks. You all know how good Jose Aldo is. Mario Batista has very good low kicks as well. He's very good, but I don't think he's on a Jose Aldo's level just yet. And I think Jose still has a little bit in him. I think Jose can make a run for the belt if they would give him the goddamn chance. But they're putting him against the number fucking 12, which is so stupid. Jose Aldo should be fighting a title eliminator against Umar Nurmagomedov, but we're here. So, he's going to flatline Mario Batista, and then he's going to fight Umar, hopefully. Yes, that's my big dream, is that. But next, I do think that it will happen, though. I do think Jose is good enough. Next, Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. So, I think that Juliana Pena is going to win because she already beat Raquel Pennington once, and Juliana Pena is pretty good. Ish. She beat up Amanda Nunes. That was impressive in their first fight. It was kind of a fluke since the second fight went how it went. I don't really care. I don't really know. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. This fight's stupid. Doesn't matter. Raquel Pennington's probably going to lose, though. Juliana Pena is better. I think it's going to go how the first fight went. And I think Juliana Pena is going to get this one done. I don't think Juliana Pena is going to get troubled much by Raquel Pennington. But then, when Kayla Harrison calls out the winner of this matchup, Kayla Harrison will dog walk either one of these women. So it doesn't really matter who wins. We know who's going to become champ in the next 4 months or whatever. Probably the next fucking 10 months. But, yeah, winner of this fight, probably Kayla Harrison in the future. But I'll go with Juliana Pena. Juliana Pena by decision. Next, main event. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. You are going off of like a weird fluke, goofy ass mindset if you honestly pick Khalil Rountree. You're just like, it's bound to happen, pretty much. Pereira's bound to get caught, and Khalil's powerful. That's the only reason you would pick Khalil Rountree. Pereira's going to win this fight the same way he always kind of does, is what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to chew him up with low kicks. I know he has the Muay Thai stance, and he's good at that, Khalil. But Alex Pereira is just better. He's levels above, and I think he's going to put him out. Khalil Rountree hasn't beat anybody good, and he's getting a title shot. Anthony Smith, at this point, is not good at all. Not a credible win. Khalil's beat mid people. He beats them cool in like cool ways. Very violent, very fun. I like Khalil Rountree a lot. He hasn't beaten anyone good. And Pereira has beaten everybody good. And he beat a southpaw. They were talking about that the southpaw's going to give him trouble. They beat a southpaw that's way closer to his height, very powerful in Jamal Hill, and Jamal didn't have anything for him. I get it's different style. I get shorter might actually be an advantage in a way. I don't think so when it comes to Khalil Rountree. He took 3 rounds to knock out Anthony Smith. I think Pereira is going to fucking kill him. I think that's the obvious option. Obvious prediction. Unless you're Chael Sonnen and you have a big conspiracy of that they want Khalil Rountree to knock him out. And that Khalil Rountree is just going to run through him. I don't get how you can have that take. I don't get how Chael Sonnen's brain works sometimes. But, yeah, Pereira's going to win. Probably by left hook knockout. Like he usually does. He's beaten better guys than Khalil by that same shot. But if Rountree does win, maybe this means Pereira goes up to heavyweight. So I wouldn't hate that. But, yeah, Pereira's going to fucking win. And it's going to be awesome. But it's also a big who gives a shit about this fight, really. He didn't deserve the title shot. If Pereira knocks him out like he always does, it's like, cool. It's not as big as it once was. If it's heavyweight, it's nuts. If it's Magomed Ankalaev, it's pretty nuts too. This is just another fight in Pereira's way. The only way this is like crazy is if either Pereira like Imanari rolls him and submits him, or Khalil Rountree knocks him out cold and soccer kicks him in the gut, like as Pereira's dying. Those are the only two ways this fight could be like super, super, super mind numbingly crazy interesting. But it's not going to go that way, I don't think. Pereira's going to get this one done. And yeah, those are my predictions for UFC 307. I will see you soon. Sorry if my shit was glitching. It's going to glitch every time. But sorry if it does. I'll see you soon.